Alrighty, so more iPod stuff for today. Let's see if I can bring this up. The This is my friend's iPod that I was working on a couple days ago, 80 gigabyte. He was looking to see if replacing the headphone jack was actually going to be the way to make the sound come out. Last two streams ago, we tried replacing that whole unit and it didn't work. So what that means is that the chip itself is going to be the problem on the board most likely. So in order to get to that, since I've already reassembled this all together, it's going to have to be disassembling this iPod like entirely, like from start to finish, taking the board apart, ungluing some things. In order to get to the chip, the idea will be to maybe possibly removing the small chip using hot air, reballing it with a stencil. Let's see if I remember where the stencil is. Here we go. I bought the stencil off of Amazon. And let's see what else we're looking in. I need to use solder paste for this thing, for this endeavor. So I'm trying to find where I left it. The solder paste is actually a little different from regular solder, in that solder is actually more of a much more of a solid kind of element, while solder paste, like its name infers, is more of a paste, something you can kind of slather on. So I'm trying to find it at the moment. My desk is all sorts of messed up here. Let's see. Yeah, because without the solder paste, I really won't be able to do this. Okay, perfect. Here it is. So solder paste, you see, it comes in a tube. You kind of squirt it out. The idea would be, if this can work, is to get that chip out from here. Like basically do all the work of disassembling this carefully. Desolder the very specific component I'm looking for. Step it aside, move this aside, have the chip kind of like here, held in place somehow. Remove the solder on the chip. Hopefully, one of these stencils, like think printmaking, basically, like screen printing, like on a shirt, is like hopefully one of these stencils. Oh man, there's a damn. Didn't even notice this, but there's like a dent. This is so like delicate. It's um, it's a shame that it was mailed like that. It's like it has like a bend to it, like a warping, but I don't even think this, like, I will be using this one. It might actually be one of these smaller ones here that I actually end up using. I'll change the microscope so it's made more clear as to how small these things are. So it might be like that one, might be that stencil. Yeah, I mean, like compared to like my finger, just look how small these things are. So put the chip underneath upside down, put the stencil on top, use this, uh, you know, solder paste, lather it across, hot air to reball the chip. Take this off. The chip will now be ready to be reinstalled. Bring the motherboard back on. Put the chip folded on top. Have it hold in place. Hot air gun. Hopefully resticks. And then reassemble it basically all the way again and hope that that fixes the audio. So that's the endeavor. Um, I have all the pieces here. Oh yeah, and to make matters worse, one of the there's very specific components next to the motherboard, in the motherboard next to the chip I'm trying to get out, that need to not be reheated. So I'm going to have to somehow block the heat for some of the board. Before I forget, I just wanted to shout out the beginning song I play on all my streams so far has been from my friend here, Pakatelur. Great song, Kopi. And every song that I play throughout the rest of the stream is Frostspire, traversing the Frostspire. So, shout out to these folks for their great music, and go support them if you can. Anyways, here we go. Let's traverse. So this video gives you kind of a rundown as to what needs to happen. This guy has to open it up, and he's going to be pointing at the chip that needs to be removed. He'll point at it. That chip right there. That's the one that needs to be removed. So let's get started. I need to do this anyways because as soon as we have the motherboard that comes in, it'll take place. Let's see. Alright, that wasn't so bad this time. I think that's like a new record for me, getting it done that quickly. So, I guess I've gotten pretty good at doing this. Right, again, the battery is, the component is right there. Gotta be careful about removing that first. Let's use our increasingly more messed up tweezers to there you go. A little pressure off the top, and it opens up like a book. There it is. Book time. And so now we need to get the motherboard out. So this is going to be a little bit more intense of a job here. So need to remember these two brackets are going to come off. As well. You take this off. Really wish it wasn't so hard to reach over. Here we go. Now which way does it go? There we go. Off. So that backside is completely off now. Alright, this one I need to remember. It is, I think, black. it's like all at once, maybe? That it flips up? Oh, or... Nope. I'm struggling to remember at the moment which way it goes. Alright, it looks like it's on the motherboard side. I had to take a peek at my the other one. There you go. There you go. Alright, hard drive is out now. Man, I'm zooming through these, you know. You do it once, you do it 1,000 times. Alright, so next steps are there are 6 of these screws. So 1, 2, 3. Ditto on the on the other side. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna unscrew those because what we want is to get this housing off. So go ahead and switch back. I believe it's a double zero bit. And when I say that, I mean in my kit I have this bit is a 00 size, so that's what I'm doing. And I go ahead and remove these. I want to do it in a specific order. I always start from this side, so I'm going to count this as 1. It's been my good luck side. So screw number 1 is over here. I'm storing it. Screw number 2 here. It's so funny. It's always one screw, I swear, every time. That one's giving me the hardest time. Like, please come out. Come out, please. I don't know how many times I've unscrewed you already. It's like wedged in there. There you go. Thank you. 2. C3. Wow. Are these all like this? Get off, man. There you go. 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then go up around. Go bottom first. 5. Oh, this screw's a little wonky. That one just fell out. Okay, that one wasn't so on there. Alright, next step is here. We need to also detach the screen. And I've learned my lesson. I need to actually use something like this. There you go. Screen's detaching. Ahem. Screen is detaching. Come on. Thank you. Damn. Alright, now the thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I don't put myself in a like precarious situation with the screen because I'll be exposing it without the case. So I think I'll try and put it in a plastic bag for now if I can, and I will be wearing gloves as well so I don't dirty it. It will get dirtied somewhat. I mean, from dust in the air, the bench, I don't know, but I will try and minimize it regardless. Alrighty. I believe that's all you need. And you just kind of wiggle it now. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these two parts. Just making sure I get a recording so this is the right part to the right and to the left of the connector. Okay, now I'm removing them. Alrighty. Let's see here. And this is kind of dirty here on the edge, so I'll have to definitely make sure to clean it up at some point when I reassembling it. It's really on there. Trying to figure out why. It's giving me so much grief. My other one that I was doing the last stream wasn't giving me so much grief. Alrighty, so this is the screen in the front part of the case. I kind of just want to save this for now. Just like, don't expose this, please, to a bunch of dust and stuff. There we go. Set it aside for now, so we're safe. Alrighty, so here we have, the click wheel, which I've already lost the button for it. Oh, it's right there. These things love to fall apart. So if I remember correctly, the chip I need to go for is, I think, literally this one. I think that one's it. I'm gonna go back to the desktop. That looks about right. That looks about correct. And the annoying thing is that, as I've heard several times, that this can't get hot. So I need to somehow remove this one without really heating up this or any of these components. So I need to like have a very narrow nozzle and just pick up that one. These things can get hot. Sure, that's fine. As long as they don't blow away, everything should be okay. Famous last words, I guess. But that's the one that we're going to be removing and reballing, which I've never done before. Just FYI, this is the first time ever I'm doing it on stream for a friend. All right. So the question is, yes, I just answered the question. I was going to ask, do I remove this? Do I remove this housing? And the answer is yes, because it's plastic, and the heat will melt it. So I need to do extra steps here. So this black tape here, it wraps around the plastic housing and over to the front. So not only that, but this click wheel here also needs to be kind of detached from the frame. And I'll do this carefully. As carefully as I can. Oh man, it's like nice and glued. But this needs to happen anyways. There's like I had planned on ordering a different motherboard for my friend to fix his iPod. But I would have to do this anyways, even if I got the motherboard. Just for the record, it's like kind of glued on, kind of not. It's like kind of loose there. Yeah, it came off kind of easily. Okay. And then there's this tape. A20 1975A board. Just say sorry to my friend. I don't know of any more efficient way of taking this off. Honestly, it looks like electrician's tape. Some, I think I have electrician's tape lying around. When we go back to final assembly, I have to remember to dig it up. Yeah, because this tape is really just intended for this like component here to be on the board. Alright, now that all the sort of components that were like somewhat on the board are untethered. Like I was saying, now that all the components are untethered, right, this isn't part of the motherboard, you can tell by the color. Or is it? What is this? How's this like interrelated? I need to remove the screen from the frame. Because we're trying to get the frame off to expose the motherboard directly to not melt the frame. I don't remember this glue being on the other one, on the other iPod I was working on last stream. I guess I'll try and replicate this glue with more electrical tape, I guess. And then this side too, I guess. It's blurry for you, it's blurry for me. But I'm on a roll, so I'm just trying to... Okay, no longer in a roll. What is this? What is this glue? I'm like a little upset with myself that I need to do this. Because these are like parts that are really hard to like then merge together again. Like how am I gonna replicate this adhesive? I don't even know what this is adhesive wise, you know? Like it feels glue more sticky than Scotch tape. Right. I think that is it. Come on. Don't tell me you're glued again, really? You want to stay glued again. Okay. Alright. And so now how this works is you have to push it through. But like with even pressure. Probably change to this camera to show more what I'm doing. And this component is like it's the integrated chip for the click wheel. So it wraps around here. So I'm pushing it through. And there's adhesive on the other side of this frame that's keeping the motherboard in. And I'm trying to just push through. Oh my goodness. The adhesive overall on this one compared to my 30 gig that I was working on is so much better. Like it absolutely doesn't want to give as easily as my other one did. There we go. I can hear it, I can feel it. Kind of giving way a little bit, a little bit. There you go. So you can tell there's like an adhesive here on the whole board, and that's been removed, setting it aside. So now we have the main board. Okay, and so we did all this work, don't need to touch the click wheel. It's here. I believe it is... I can't get it on the camera. It's this thing. That one. Alright, so the things that I fear is melting the click wheel. So I'm gonna try and set it aside. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna. First time ever messing with this board. Alright, I have it on my vise. Which, funny enough, this is like the first time the vise ever has felt like good. Like, yes, I'm doing a good. This is a perfect example of when to use it. Alright, so this is it. That's the one. That's the one we're targeting. Start the music again. Let's traverse. Alrighty, so if I remember from one of the videos that I saw, that there's like a sort of like stickiness here. Like an epoxy or something, like it's all around it. Yeah, yeah, it's like not, it's like there's something around here that needs to be dug up. Okay. And we want to just like scratch it off because we're trying to remove this off the board. And the reason I'm able to do this so like casually, I guess, is because I already am ordering another motherboard. So if I end up screwing this up like profoundly, my friend knows that I'm good for it and there will be another motherboard anyways on the way to basically replace this one. So right now I'm considering this one like a donor. And if I can fix the donor, then maybe I can cancel the order for the motherboard. Yeah, look at all this stuff. There's just like epoxy stuff. Which I won't, again, I won't be able to replicate. I have no idea what the hell that solution is on there. Is isopropyl alcohol? Isopropyl? Okay, I hate that the board is like moving. Trying to situate it a little bit better. Ah, that'll do. That'll do. Yeah, you see this? There's like a membrane that I'm trying to scratch off at the moment. Hmm. This chip looks weird. This one also looks weird. I mean, I'm gonna clean them with alcohol, right? And you expect everything to be reset in terms of how they look. So, in terms of just looks though, notice that the top of this chip here is like rather discolored to the point where I can't even read what the numbers and letters are here. The dot makes sense because that tells you where number one is on the IC area. Like this is slot one, and then you count around. This one has a little bit of a break there. That's weird. And then this one has a triangle break before I've even done anything. So that's like kind of the state these chips are in at the moment. I don't know how deep I should go to get this membrane. I have no idea the depth of it. because I don't want to scratch into the board itself and sever traces, sever connections. So maybe I'll do like this much as I've done now. Yeah, alright. So, hot air nozzle time. See, this nozzle is too big, so we're gonna have to go for another one. Alright, let's see. Pardon me while I try and replace the nozzle here. I have several sizes. I'm glad I went ahead and got smaller ones. So we're gonna look through them all. Okay, so next size down is this, too big. Next size from that is this, too big. Next size, perfect. So it's gonna have to be like right there. Now, the other thing is, obviously, if you're looking to protect certain components from not heating up, you can't just hope that your nozzle won't touch it or the heat won't spread. It'll spread. So what's the idea here? What is the goal? What is the magic that needs to happen? Well, I think I'm going to tape up everything except what I need to heat up. Kapton tape is what I'm going to be using again. Great invention here by NASA, which is supposed to dissipate the heat, repel the heat, something to that effect, but it's a material that is able to resist heat and electronic discharge, I believe. Well, handling Kapton tape with just my gloves is pretty hard, I've just realized. Learning a lot of things trying to do this project. And there are many more things I will continue to learn. So this is like layer 1 of like trying to prevent the other ICs from overheating. The other chips on the board. Because again, we don't want them to overheat because we don't want to have to do extra work if we can avoid it by being a little bit more cautious at the beginning, you know? You know, it takes what, a couple more seconds or so to just prepare. Why not just spend that time making sure that you are starting off well? So I haven't seen this technique in any other video. It's just the people who on YouTube who have removed this chip just recommend to make sure to prevent the reheating of other areas, right? So I'm just taking their advice to heart. Could I retape that again? Patiently this time. And if it couldn't be made any more clear, that's what we're targeting. That thing right there. To be even more careful, here's some aluminum foil. Precariously held there. Won't lie, not the greatest fit, but alright. So I now need to practice how I'm like physically gonna be doing this part. So pretend I have the wand in my right hand. Using these, I can already tell the aluminum foil is gonna move a lot. Might not be useful. I want it to be useful, so I want it to maybe bend it, keep it away from my left hand. You know what though? I think it's gonna blow away. I think as soon as I put the hot air, it's just gonna go like that. But we'll just keep it on just in case, as a means to try and protect as much as possible. Yeah, that aluminum foil is gonna move. I have my tweezers on it. I'm trying to think if these are the right tweezers for this job. I do have another pair. But I don't know if those are good either. It's like a little too thick. Yeah, I guess I'll go with my rhinos, the ones I was using originally. Okay. Right there. Alrighty, wish me luck. Cool, just stabbed myself. Not a great thing. Ooh, it's hot. Alright, 250 degrees Celsius. Blowing hot air. I'm gonna try and hold on to this. And then here we go. Come on. It's like coming apart, maybe? I'm gonna increase the heat. It needs to come off, and obviously I'm not giving it enough power to do it, enough heat. It almost wants to come off. I feel like it's breaking apart. I feel like it's breaking apart. Well, I got it. Okay, okay, I got it. Ah, this stuff is just all over the place. Oh no, is this part of the chip that came off? Oh, this is such a bummer. Wow, this is such a bummer. I think the chip broke off. Ugh. I think the chip broke off. This is terrible. Right, this is like plastic parts. Like this shouldn't be here. Alright, let's take a look at the component. This is like the bottom side, I guess. This is now the disintegrating top side. Well, let me set it aside for right now. He is so tiny. This needs to be all like cleaned up. Oof. And I can tell there's like solder balls on here. Alright, I'm gonna get my spudger tool to try and push this stuff off. Like I don't want this stuff in here because it's gonna get in the way of reinstalling the chip. Right, you can see the outline of where the chip should be. Alright, time to remove some solder balls from here. I guess the easiest way would be to use my wick, like basically expose this area. And then plug in my soldering. Okay, I need water actually for my soldering iron. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just mentally preparing myself for what is about to happen. This is too big. I mean, this will do it, but whatever. Alright. Okay, time to use my wick. Soldering iron is heating up. Oh yeah, I need to put the... I have a fan for all the smoke that ends up is going to be generated due to this. Alright, and push through. I think they got it out. The smell of ferrets. Alright, time to clean that mess up again. Ooh. Looks pretty clean-ish, kind of. I mean, it would be actually better. Let's use one of these. Alrighty. So I did all this work. So that's basically prepared for like next time. Like when I'm about to try and put the chip back in. But everything is contingent on this very next thing. And let us see if it panned out or not. And that is the stenciling. So how do I hold on to this? How does anyone do any of this stuff, man? Is this glue? And this might be like more of the glue that was like surrounding the chip that I needed to like really remove properly. Now I'm trying to like bathe it in rubbing alcohol, hoping that the alcohol will like chemically react with the glue and cause it to fall off. Means falling off in bits and pieces here. I can't tell you how small this chip is. It was pretty tough. That glue was really on there. Just trying to do some cleanup here. I mean, I want to see if I can give you all like a sense of scale to like the type of work I'm doing here. You can you barely so that thing right there. So it's like my hand, like my fingertip is right there. Unbelievably small. Anyways, shall we restore it one more time? Usually go through the whole album once or twice, then call it a night. All right, like I was saying before, so cleaning that up, and that's all on the stencil here. All right, let's see which ones match. Gosh, I need to have that like held in place somehow, but it is so small. I'm trying to think. It's like millimeters small. Um, Tape. When in doubt, just use tape. All right. Might make sense to use double-sided tape or something. We'll see. At the very least, make it more noticeable if it's on, I think, capped on tape that's rather long. Uh, at least there's more surface area. Yeah, this is not a terrible idea. It totally won't just blend in if I lose it. Alrighty. I am having a hard time even seeing this. Maybe it's the glare? I can't tell if it overlaps or not. It needs to overlap pretty exactly. It's like a mirror finish and I can't see the dots. Hmm. Is this it though? I can't tell. That's it. Hmm. No. No, it's off by a little bit. Right, if I line it up perfectly on that one, on the bottom left, and then scooting it over, then I'm lined up right correctly on the bottom right. But it needs to be covering everything at once, so this is not it. Gosh, this is really hard on my eyes. Trying to flatten this. This looks pretty darn close, actually. It's a total of 3 dots. I mean, 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a 1 in missing right there. It's close. I mean, would this be close enough? Oh, I'll keep it in mind, I guess. I mean, does it matter if I rotate it? I feel like it's so close. I mean, it's such a hard time trying to see this. Ooh. That side is definitely wrong. Okay. This one's like still not perfect. But I'll keep it in mind. Alright, next. Nope, definitely not. Let's rotate it. Nope. Alright, next. Nope. Next. Whoa, this one kind of works pretty well. It's a little on the bigger side, but I think that will work. I don't know, man. Nope. 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 Nah. Nope. And down the list we go. Okay, so was it this one again? Oh man, I don't remember which one it was. Oh, back is killing me. Are you back to this one? Right, but no. It's okay on the rows on the bottom, but not for the top. God, where was the other stencil that I thought was gonna work? Was it this one? Definitely not. I think it was this one. This is like obviously like too big. It needs to be like this dimension. But it lines up pretty well. Alright, we're gonna try for that. More tape. We're gonna be taping the stencil down to, I guess in this case, aluminum foil. Pressing down, taping one corner to the aluminum foil. And tape the other corner to the other part of the aluminum foil. gosh, this stuff is hard. Alright. Alright, where's the other material I've never used before? And I'm going to be using it right now. Where are you? There it is. Excuse me. Goodness. In my hand is a solder paste. Alrighty. Alrighty. Sorry, first time I'm gonna be using this. So I'm like getting cold feet. There it goes. Don't need much, but it does need to be covered properly. And this is the screen printing part. There it is. It doesn't look like it was enough, does it? Feel like I probably need to press it down further against the stencil. I don't know how professionals do this, my goodness. Alright. Next step, time to heat it up. I guess it would be a very bad idea for me to just hold it with my hands as I try and heat it up, so I'll be using this. Set to hold it down. We're gonna set it to about like 250, 250 degrees Celsius. Hot air station again. And I've never done this before, so here we go. I don't know what to expect other than it not working. All right. Feel I'm getting nothing. There are balls forming at the top, but that's not where the chip is. There we go. I didn't replace the nozzle, so it's still the very narrow one. This isn't done yet. I gotta increase the temperature, increase the air. Had I had the presence of mind, I would have done a bigger nozzle. I mean, is that it? Did I do it? I can't tell. One way to find out. Trying to clean up one moment. Alright, I have no idea if I did it. So we're gonna just reveal. The answer is no, I did not do it. The solder balls never made proper contact. Okay. Let's see if I can. Only two of them did. It's because of this work surface, I'm sure. Wasn't flat enough. Man, this is hard. Trying a different technique here. That's not flat, is it? Flat, please. Alright, we're gonna pop these out. Alrighty. I guess I need to take the other ones off too. Oh goodness. It's like, well, it's taped up pretty good to the other side of the screen. So that's the question. What do I do at this point? Spread it on again. No, I gotta take it off properly because I need to reset, restart. Gotta take these off. Yeah, I gotta take these off first. Use my wick. Extrusion fan on. We're gonna wipe off these. Here we go. We're going for like 300 degrees Celsius here to try and get the wick to pick up the metal. No, sorry, the solder. Oh god, did it just pick up the whole thing? Please stay there. Man, how am I supposed to do this with this little component really feeling like really feeling like it wants to do whatever it wants? I need you to stay put. Sincerely, stay put. Just like seriously, don't move around. Don't do anything. I need to just heat this up. Perfect. Just need to pick those up. Stay. Move it around. Dead on if possible. Here we go. Alrighty. Last time it wasn't so flat because it was on aluminum foil. Alright, taping down, taping down. Need to really push it down. Get it as flat as possible here. Alright, next step. See how it wants to like just bubble up? Please don't bubble up, just stay put. Alright. Using soldering paste here again. Sorry, it's just called solder paste. Just solder paste, not soldering paste. Dude, it's just not working, man. And this plunger keeps falling out. Losing my mind a little bit over here. Definitely losing my mind a little bit. I got this, I got this. Think positive thoughts. Committed to trying this, to getting it going. The also the other thing I did incorrectly was use a very small nozzle for the hot air wand. I need to use a bigger nozzle. Probably the second smallest one will work just fine. Screwing it on. Right, so it's this big as opposed to this big. Right, those are the sizes. Okay. Losing my mind. That's how I know I'm doing a good job. Just losing it. 205 50 with some air blowing. Feel the heat. All right, so this should happen pretty quickly. I think you're done. That's it. Okay, round two. Let's see if I did it. Remove the stencil. Push the chip away. Now it's hot. Cool, the chip is stuck to the board. Excellent. That's sarcasm. Cool. Please remove yourself. So it's just stuck. So I'm going to actually try heating this up again, but providing some like space so it can just fall through. So turn it back on the air. Heat this up, heat this up, heat this up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Nope, it's still stuck onto it. It's still stuck to it. Perfect. As long as I can remember that's one. Yeah, this is no good. Yeah, so they didn't mount. I needed that one and that one to mount as well. At the very least, Eduardo, I'm getting you a New motherboard. This is the other thing that someone else did. They're like, I just made solder balls that were of the right size. Toss them in there. Alright, what am I supposed to do now? So do I follow what the other person did? Just throw hot air at this and just hope it will rework itself correctly. Wow, incredible how it just pushed itself away. Awesome. Like I need the wind. Go in that direction, please. Yo, reballing is so hard. I hate this. I know intimately now why no one wants to do this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Goodness. Oh, I'm so tired. have one. Guess two. And these are no good. Put it in my trash pile. Trying to blow the air like farther away. Like from a longer distance so it doesn't get pushed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's test if it's on there. Nope, not at all. Perfect. This is so crazy. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before. Oh my god. Okay, I think. uh, those just blew away. Those just like they went somewhere else. Contemplating my life at the moment. Thinking I could do this, but I really can't. I guess what it meant was the sense I was using was perfect for the bottom three, but not for the top two. And I'm trying to rectify that error that I made, and it's not going so well. I guess the other thing I can do is do like a piecemeal, like, put this down again. That down again. Everything is absolutely sticky because I'm using not a great flux. Okay, so the top, so we just turn it around. It's so sticky, I hope it acts as some sort of like holder. So those three up there, try and make it so those two line up there, right? So where the bottom three are good, we've reversed it. And the conceit would be putting this again, right there and right there. Right, fill those sections up. Hot air. Five, four. Keep going. In that middle one, there's nothing in that slot, so I can push that off without a care in the world. Nope. I'm like, did I just lose it? No, it just ran away. Okay, I gotta call it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. I'll clean it up. I'll store it away, but I cannot. I've reached my limit. I don't know how many times I've done this tonight, but yeah, reached my limit. I can't reball this. Probably used the wrong stencil. Got myself into a heap of trouble here trying to make it work. Made a mess of my workbench. I think it probably wouldn't have been so bad if I just focused on reballing this evening, but because I had to take apart the iPod as well, that kind of took it out of me. Using new things I've never encountered before, dealing with scenarios I've never seen before. All that contributes to a lot of fatigue in the brain. thing sure loves to stick around. It needs to be drenched in alcohol in order to get the flux residue off of it. You can tell I'm tired because I'm whispering now. Come on, get clean. Alright, clean up the stencil as much as I can. Yeah, I need to keep looking, I guess. That was not the right stencil for this. It needs to be perfect, apparently. It needs to be so precise. And I underestimated how precise it needs to be. I thought I could get away with the amount of tolerance I was looking at, but I guessed super incorrectly. So it needs to be ultra precise. I'm glad to have learned. I'm glad to have learned. I mean, who knows? I might try this again soon. Maybe off stream, just because I can't believe how stressful it was trying to do this on stream. Um, yeah, I mean, all the things I had to pull out, change the hot air station, nozzles out. Right now, I'm just like cleaning up. I can't leave my workstation dirty. It'll distract me too much during the day. Can't believe how dirty my workstation's gotten. I mean, just all the grime I'm just picking up. Okay, alrighty. Almost ready to call it a night. Putting everything away. Nozzles go back to where they were. Yeah, 2 hours, 15 minutes streaming. That's a lot. Alrighty, with that being said, I need to put this somewhere where I can find it again. It's going to be a very interesting issue that I will figure out off stream. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. That was me trying to reball that component and failing, but hey, at least we tried. At least we tried. Alrighty, everyone take care. Until next time.